All right, I'm sorry about that, guys. The GoPro overheated, and there's not really much I can do about that. I can transfer my live stream over to my laptop, which we're not gonna have as much good of audio quality, or the video quality won't be as good. Worst comes to worst, I will do that, so don't worry. I'm not gonna end the live stream or anything like that, but I will say this: that GoPro is hot. That thing feels like a hot pocket, and I don't want to damage my only way of recording whenever I'm out on the water. So if it gets too hot, if it does overheat again, I probably will be transferring it over. I got a fan over here in the background. It's a Milwaukee fan, so if you guys want to start a controversial fight about it, about how I don't have DeWalt and how Milwaukee sucks or something like that, feel free. But yeah. Let me fix this up. Um, hey, what's up, guys? I'm sorry about that. I said a whole thing. I'll re-say it again because I don't think anyone was in here. I'm sorry. Pretty much, the GoPro overheated, and I wasn't expecting that, which really stinks because I think we were at like 16 viewers. That's crazy. I hadn't even paid attention to how many viewers we had. I was just chatting with you guys, and it was up there. So I really appreciate you guys for being here. That's so cool. But yeah, I got the GoPro back here. I got the fan going, the Milwaukee fan. So I said if you guys want to start a controversial fight about how I don't have DeWalt and how Milwaukee sucks, y'all can, or something. But yeah, if the GoPro overheats again, I'll probably just end up transferring the live stream to my laptop, which the audio will not be as good and the video won't be as good. So I do apologize if that does end up happening. But for now, I'm going to keep running the GoPro as long as I possibly can. But it feels like a hot pocket, bro. That thing is blazing, and I don't want to mess up my camera or mess up any way. Like that's the only or main way that I have to get footage on the water. So yeah, I'm just gonna play it safe. If it overheats again, I'll probably end up transferring it, but I do have the GoPro still running. I recently haven't been getting much views on my shorts. My vids aren't going to the shorts feed. It's kind of disappointing because I want to see feedback from viewers and all. I don't know, man. Man, that's difficult to answer, Notorious. If I had to be real, like, I don't have a clue why I get views. I'm thankful for it. I'm so thankful. Like, there's a lot of people that don't appreciate the position they're in life, and I'm so happy to wake up every day. I'm so happy to be where I am, and I'm so thankful for every single individual person that sees my video and goes, you know what, I like that guy, I'm gonna click on it, I'm gonna watch it. Like, that means the most to me. And I don't know what kind of advice I could give, other than, like, man, just keep at it. Like, that's the thing, is I never quit. I never let anyone tell me anything like, you can't do this, or, you know, when I told people, like, hey man, this is what I want to do for a living, this is what I want to do with my career, this is what I want to do with my life, you know, they all kind of like get this like, oh yeah, kind of like smile, laugh, like a for sure kind of thing, but it's not really gonna happen. Don't let that get to you. That's all I can say, is just stay motivated, stay driven, keep on making videos, pumping out content, man. You'll be rewarded. Like I said earlier, like, everybody gets their light, especially in fishing, man. It's such a positive sport, and it's really the one sport that I feel like when you give it, it gives back. So just keep at it, man. I believe in you. I think you can do it, and yeah, I wish you the best. I really do. Have you seen the new iCast baits? Oh no, dude, oh my gosh, yo, we gotta at them, we gotta message iCast. I don't know how to get a hold of them. So, like, I don't know. The Simon Says Army needs to just contact or at them or something. I didn't get a ticket. I didn't get an invite, which is crazy. That's nuts. Bro, I mean this with no disrespect to any other YouTuber that is currently making fishing videos, but I feel like out of everyone that's making videos right now in terms of like showing off baits and like dude, I had a $10,000 unboxing. That was the world's biggest unboxing of the year, man. Like, what? How did I not get an invite? And I showed off every single one of those baits and listed the name and the color. Like, bro, I know every single one of these baits, name by name, color by color. Like, I could turn my head, you could pull a bait off of my wall, I could turn around and tell you the name, color, size, technique, all that good stuff. Oh man, it's all good. If I somehow end up getting a ticket to ICAST, or if I get invited, or whatever the case may be, if we get their attention or something, I will live stream it. I will go a full live stream with me, the GoPro, and we'll just go in there. I'll probably just, you know, say what's up, show y'all around, throw the chesty on, show y'all all the new product of the year. I mean, it's obviously probably too late for me now, but maybe next year I would love to go, man. It would be a dream come true. I haven't checked out any of the baits though. I got to. That's good for you, man. You deserve it. Keep going. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, man, I know it's not the best advice. Like, I wish there was a set in stone answer, right? There really isn't a set in stone answer to anything in life. Like, why is the sky blue? I don't know. Some scientist will probably give you a reason about the chemicals in the atmosphere and all that, but why do those chemicals formulate and turn the color blue? And why do we see that color? There's so many variables to everything, and there's so much unknown. Just focus on what you can control, right? Like, there's no key recipe I could say that's gonna make you famous. There's no one anything could say that'll do that. Just focus on what you can control as a fisherman yourself, or as a YouTuber yourself, as a content creator, whatever it is you're trying to do in life, even with just work. Like, if you're just a contractor, or anything that you do in life as a job, just focus on what you can control. You know, like, if the content isn't really like hitting the shorts feed, maybe just try switching things up a little bit, try doing something a little bit different, try hitting up a different spot, or try different format. Like, there's I don't know what exactly. Yeah, I wish there was something I could say that would just be like, do this, you'll be famous, right? Everyone wishes that was the case, but yeah, man, just keep at it. I believe in you. I didn't get a ticket either, but I followed Tackle Warehouse on YouTube and I've seen the baits. Yeah, I know that's something I'll tend to do after the fact. I don't know if they've released all of the videos. I know that they kind of release them in parts and sections and little bits at times, and I don't really like to get teased like that. Like, if I'm gonna watch something, I want to watch a good bit of it. So typically what I'll do is, if there's a bait that's really popular that catches everyone's attention, that's like catching heat on social media, I'll look it up. Like when it's the Berkeley Coal Shad, okay, I'll look it up, I'll check it out, you know what I mean? Or whatever, something that's really popular or ingenuitive or different or whatever you want to call it. But I don't typically watch every single bait that they put, mainly because like, man, there's so many companies, especially like you go back 10 years ago, half of these companies didn't even exist, and now you have all these companies that we know today and love and fish with that are constantly being ingenuitive and creative and making new stuff. I mean, they're paying people to literally sit there at a desk and say, hey, this is the new design of the new bait, this is what we're doing, or whatever the case may be. It's happening, and there's a lot of it happening, and there's a lot of baits out there being made. I don't know if I have the time or the attention span or it's not the care. I have the care. Like, I love fishing to death, but man, some stuff is gimmicks, right? Like, some stuff is made to catch fishermen, right? Like, fishing lures have probably caught more fishermen than they have fish. And there's some fishermen that, oh, dude, myself included, I probably own more baits than I've caught fish with baits. Does that make any sense? Like, I don't know, there's just so much stuff out there. But yeah, if something's really popular, or if something's really like piquing my interest, or if something's on my mind, or if I see something I'm like, hey, what the heck is that? I'll go out of my way. I'll go check it out. Especially watching those iCast release are really, really cool. And I do use Tackle Warehouse. I shop on there. I know you guys probably saw my collection of t-shirts. If you haven't, that's pretty sick. I got like 5 or 6 of them. I wish I had more. I do shop on there all the time, and they pretty much will put the video at the bottom of whatever bait that they're showing off as like a, not like a disclaimer, but like a description, I guess you could say, of the bait. And that's whenever I'll typically check out the iCast baits. But yeah, I would not mind a ticket or a visit, you know what I mean? That'd be really cool. I just think I'd be really capable at showing off the product for them, and showing off the whole integrity and the just the life of iCast, you know, like I would want to capture it all, and I think it'd be really, really cool. Outdoors with Ryan says hi. What's up, brother? How you doing, Outdoors with Ryan? You having a good day today? I only like some companies. I try my best to get those baits because I feel comfortable using that brand. That's fair. That's totally fair, man. Everyone has the baits that they like, that they feel comfortable with, and that they like to fish. The one recommendation I will say is don't be too close-minded. You know, like if you see something that catches your eye, don't let your childlike nature go away from you. Go up to it and grab that bait and buy it and have a good time on the water fishing with it, or find out for yourself. Like, man, there's so many times that I've had people be like, oh dude, this bait from so-and-so, or this bait from so-and-so sucks. This bait from so-and-so doesn't track right. This bait from so-and-so doesn't work good. This bait from so-and-so doesn't catch. Every bait can catch fish for the most part. Now, the terms of effectiveness, that's all dependent on, so there's so many factors that like I couldn't list them all, right? Like the weather, time, location, whatever it may be, but the real importance is like, just find what you like to fish with, and have a good time doing it. Don't be closed-minded to try new things, because trying new things, you might learn something that you didn't learn before. You may learn that you don't like that bait, or you may learn that you like that bait more than that bait that you thought you really liked. There's a lot of things that you can learn from trying a new bait and being experimental. I think that's the key, is calling it experimentation. I don't necessarily say it's like, oh dude, I'm buying into a whole new company, I'm buying into, nah man, I'll try their stuff. If I like it, then I may dip more than a toe in the water. But if it's something new, if it's something you haven't seen before, why not try it? Fishing is all about having fun and experiences and memories and experimentation, and the stuff that I've caught fish on, the stuff that I've seen people catch fish on, the crazy setups, people holding their rods and reels upside down, the baits, the people literally throwing candy, Slim Jims, a leaf. There's so much random crap people catch fish on. Just have fun, experiment, and enjoy. And you'll like what you like, and that's okay. And don't let anyone knock you for that. I'm Gone Fishing said, hey, you're back. Yes, bro, I am totally back. I'm so sorry. My GoPro overheated on me, and I mean, there's really nothing I could do about it. I just let it chill for a second. I went and grabbed the fan back there. It's a Milwaukee fan, so if you're a DeWalt fan, you can roast me. You can bring up the whole DeWalt's better argument. I think it's hilarious, man. I think it's so funny. Do you guys have a preference on tools that y'all like to use? Like, I grew up using Makita's, Milwaukee's, DeWalt's, Ryubi's. I grew up using everything. Rigids. Golly, there's even that crappy one. I mean, I call it crappy, but I still use it. Black & Decker's. Like, dude. Yeah, I used them all. Anyways, I went and got a fan. The GoPro was overheating. If it overheats again on us, then I will transfer the live stream to my laptop, which means that the audio will not be as good and the camera quality will not be as good, which is unfortunate. I don't want to sacrifice that. That's why I'm willing to continue to sacrifice my GoPro, because if it overheats again, this thing literally, if I touch it, feels like it's gonna melt. But the fan is helping, I will say that. It's already cooling off, so hopefully we're all right. I do plan on live streaming for literally at least 2.5, maybe 3 more hours. I haven't put a single bit of line on a single spool. Man, you guys are so fun. You guys are so entertaining. Like, I don't mind if I don't end up doing this. I'm having so much fun talking to you guys, answering y'all's questions. Like, if this is what y'all want sometimes, me to just sit down, talk to y'all, answer questions, relax, vibe, and just have like not like a one-on-one, but a one to audience or one-on-one to, you know, like ask me whatever you want. Like I'm here. I'm an open book, guys. I don't fake videos. I don't fake reactions. I don't fake anything. There's not a question you couldn't ask me that I don't feel comfortable answering with proof or evidence or some way to, there's some sort of reason behind anything that everything I do is there's a reason behind it. I don't just do stuff for no reason, obviously. Anyways, I threw a starburst and a strawberry dough ball for carp and a worm on and caught a catfish on it, but also bread is amazing go-to. Yes, holy cow. Oh my gosh, I'm gone fishing, you know what's up. One time, all right, I got a quick story time for you guys. I know I got so many stories, but I love telling y'all. I have a buddy. I pulled up to his spot, or it was my spot. I said, hey, I'm at this spot, pull up. He's like, hey, do you have any bait? And I had 2 pieces of bread. Like, I knew we were gonna be catfishing, and as a kid growing up, all I ever used was literally like a piece of white bread, and you take it and you ball it up with the sweat and grime from your hands, and you just literally make this thing into a ball. It's like a dough ball, and you just hook it, send her out there, let it sit till a catfish inhales it, and we used to catch big old kitties like all day long, bro. I think I ended up catching, like, my PB at the time when I was a little kid was like a 17-pound catfish, which, man, I was like 10 or 12 years old reeling in a big fish like that all by myself, like no parents, no nothing. It was just like me and a couple buddies. We were like 12 years old at this pond that used to have big old catfish. And yeah, dope, just straight piece of bread works. Anyways, I pulled up to the spot. I told my buddy, like, I pulled out these 2 pieces of bread. He looks at me like I'm insane. He's like, what do you want me to do with this? And I was like, what do you mean, what do you want me to, like, what? Take it and, you know, ball it up and put it on your hook. It, like, attempts, and it's like halfway on there, it falls off. He's like, yeah, this ain't working. I'm like, bro, you don't have a clue. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm not even gonna give my juice away, because if you don't know, then you don't know, and if you don't know, then that's more fish for me. So I just didn't say anything, and I just let the day play out. But yeah, it was a pretty funny moment there. He was doubting the bread. I don't think they realized that dough bait is literally like catfish dough bait. It's made out of bread, same thing. A yellow starburst is crazy though, dog. What's your favorite bass lure? Personally, like a rattle trap or a chatterbait. I love cut bait for big catfish. I'll use bread and chicken liver for catfish. All right, yeah. I've heard a lot of people using chicken liver. I've heard a lot of people using bread, like we just talked about. Another one that I'll put you guys on, I don't know if y'all do this, hot dog. Straight up, go to your local Walmart or dollar store, wherever, the cheapest store you can go. Get a $1 pack of whatever hot dog, take them things, cut them down. The ends work the best because they got more skin on them to grab the hook. And you can just throw them straight up as is with just plain catfish. I know a lot of guys that throw rock salt in there. This is a big key I'm about to give y'all. They throw rock salt in there. It dehydrates the hot dog, pretty much making it a lot more firm, but they don't do it too long. I think it's just like an overnight thing. And then it takes out a lot of the moisture from the hot dog, allowing it to be just a bit more tough. You can put it on the hook and it'll last way longer. Another thing people do is like putting Jello all over it, or like Jello on dough bait, or Jello on hot dogs. Jello on a hot dog sounds nuts, bro. And I'm gonna make a video on it probably here soon, because I've been wanting to do some catfishing. It's been getting hot, and that's like probably the most fun bite to get on here in the summer, because those bass get really lethargic. But pretty much I'm gonna be throwing dough bait with Jello, and then a hot dog with Jello, and then I'll probably be throwing like a third bait, like maybe like cut bait, cut bluegill or live minnow or something, just doing like a bait kind of comparison. But yeah, those really do work. And you asked me what my favorite like bass fishing lure was. That's so tough to answer, but like immediate first thought is a jig. I'm a jiggy kind of dude, and I do my little dance, you know what I'm saying? A jig, bro. A jig, hands down, is my favorite. I love fishing a jig, from a finesse jig all the way to a 1/2 ounce, 3/4 ounce, I don't even care, a flipping jig that's weighing 1 1/4 ounces, whatever it may be. But like this right here is a 1/16 ounce jig. I've got some that are even smaller. It's like a 132 ounce. It's a Kitech finesse jig. I love throwing a jig, man. I'm a jiggy dude. That's just kind of type of person I am, and I feel like I have so much luck when I throw a jig. I know a lot of people don't have confidence in it, but it's one of those baits that if you do have confidence in, and if you build that confidence fishing a jig, you can be, I mean, you can weigh in some really, really big bass on a jig. I use hot dog and put some Kool-Aid and some garlic salt and put it in the refrigerator. Yeah, that's another, oh man, dude, you're giving away all the secrets. No, for real, that's a great combo right there. Throwing hot dog, Kool-Aid, and then the garlic. They love the smell of garlic. That works so effectively. And then having garlic salt, that salt will help kind of pull out that moisture. So really smart move there. And the Kool-Aid as well is going to add color and scent. That's the main thing. I think the Jello, the reason why I like to use Jello over Kool-Aid, and I've tried using both, I think Kool-Aid is better at creating the color that I want, but I think Jello is better at creating the color, as well as I legit think catfish like the taste of Jello. And the reason being is there's I'm pretty sure that they use, like, it's pretty much like, I don't even know if I can I say this on live, but they use I think it's horse bones to make Jello or something like that. If you don't believe me, look it up. But it has some sort of like animal something in it, and I think that helps. Like, for example, people have caught fish, like catfish, on soap that has animal fat in it. If it has lye in it, typically has animal fat in it, which, yeah, you can literally thread onto a hook and catch fish. If you don't believe me, one rod, one reel. I'm not sure if it's on the Guggen Squad channel video or if it's on his specific channel. He literally has a video where he goes out, I think it's like Dr. Ivory soap. I have some of it in my fridge because I'm going to do a video on it. Fridge, what the heck? I have some of it underneath my sink in the bathroom, and I'm planning on probably doing a video with, but it's nuts. That's bizarre. You could catch a fish on soap just because the content of animal fat in it is so high. That's crazy. But yeah, you can look that up too. Dr. Ivory's, I think is what it is, has like 90% animal fat. It literally comes from a slaughterhouse, which is nuts. Also really like nasty things for catfish is just rotten fish and Fruit Loops left in the hot sun is super good chum. Bro, you're wild. You are wild. Oh my gosh, that is nuts. Rotten fish and Fruit Loops. How did you even figure out that combination? I need to know. Were you like you had a rotten fish and you like threw up Fruit Loops? Dude, what in the world? That's crazy. I'm not doubting it. I believe that it works, man. I totally believe it. But that's hilarious, actually. That's so funny. The world's biggest unboxing series was insane. Dude, it was. I'm still recovering. Like, sleep loss was insane. Just to give you all a behind the scenes, I don't think a lot of people realized it, but I was recording those videos back to back to back to back to back, edit drop, edit drop, edit drop, edit drop. I was getting no sleep. It was exhausting. Then there was no room for error because the videos were so long. Like, think about it, the cut versions, most of the videos were like 30 minutes long. So I was cutting through around two and a half, maybe more hours of content, and 2.5 hours of me straight talking to a camera like I am now, and having to cut through all the mess ups and mistakes. Like, I think I'm kind of lucky that I'm not necessarily tooting my own horn, I'm just stating the obvious here. I'm pretty comfortable talking in front of a camera. Like, there's no one in my room right now. There's not a single person. I'm literally talking to a piece of plastic that has a lens on it, and I'm flowing, I'm going, you know, like, I'm comfortable talking to a camera, so I'm thankful for that. I don't have as many mistakes to cut through, and that's really, that margin for error is slim, because if I sit there and mess up, my GoPro will die, my GoPro will overheat, the SD card will get full, I have way too much to edit, I won't even be able to finish it in one day or one night. I won't be able to record that day, take it that night, edit, cut it, and put it up, which is a lot of work, by the way. A lot of YouTubers don't get credit for that, but for the YouTubers that post daily, it's a lot of hard work, man. And just shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone that makes YouTube content in general, whether you post daily or you post weekly or you post every month. Shout out to everyone that does this, because no one from the outside truly understands what the grind is like. No one understands what you have to go through, how long you have to be up, like the late nights. I'm still doing it, man. Like I'm talking about it like, oh, I don't do it anymore. Like, dude, no, I'm up every night. I'm up every single night. I'm waking up probably 6, 7 in the morning. I have a video I'm posting tomorrow morning, 7 in the morning. I might drop it Friday just because the weather's kind of bad tomorrow. I don't know. I might drop it whenever I'm feeling like dropping it. But I'll tell you what, I'll be up that morning ready to hit the post button on my channel. And yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's what I like doing. And I'm not looking for any extra credit or nothing like that. I guess I'm just kind of trying to pat everyone on the back that makes YouTube videos, like you guys. I know y'all mentioned y'all make shorts and stuff like that. So, you know, I commend everyone. Shout out to everybody for doing this. Well, they mostly use smell in their feelers, which is their whiskers. That is very correct. They do use their whiskers to detect, I want to say it's is it electromagnetism? No. It's like that's something to do, like they detect current and they detect, like, I have no clue because I'm not an actual biologist. I do have my associates in science, which is pretty cool. I don't think a lot of people know that about me. Yeah, your boy's a scholar. I do have my associates in science. That's nothing crazy, but yeah. Someone's gonna have to look that up so I don't start talking out of my butt, because I don't want to say something that's not true. I think they detect electrocurrents or electromagnetism with their whiskers or something like that. Or maybe it's their spines. But yeah, you're definitely not wrong on the fact that they use their whiskers to feel and smell stuff. So color really doesn't matter to them because how dark the water is, they can barely see. That is correct. And they're bottom feeders. So like light penetration, if you're familiar with light penetration and water clarity and water depth, dependent on your water clarity and depth, something scared Bentley. Depending on your water clarity and depth is going to limit how much your light penetration is going to seep through, and it's going to affect the ability of A, vegetation to grow off the bottom, or B, fish to even see at the bottom. I'm not sure color matters too much. I do like to think it does. I like to think that red is especially the most effective. I always go with a red Jello or a red Kool-Aid or purple. Red or purple. Purple is my favorite color just in general in life. Back here I literally have like purple lights here. I don't know if you guys see that, yeah. But it's also my favorite to throw on baits. But also beyond that, I think red is probably the most common color that is seen across every sort of fish species. Every fish species has the color red on it. And you're gonna be like, dude, no, barely any fish have the color red. The gills. The color red is in the gills. And beyond that, the color red is in blood. So whenever a fish sees the color red, I believe that they think it's an injury, they think it's blood, or they see gills, which any of those three can tell it, hey, that's a fish, or hey, that's a meal. And if you notice that a lot of baits, a lot of baits will have a small bit of red on the underside of the bait, like a crankbait, bottom side, topwater walking bait, the bottom top, bottom of a swim bait, the bottom. Here, look, I'm looking at one right now on my wall. First thing, like, this isn't planned or nothing, but I wonder if I can take one of these out. Yeah. All right, let's take one of these out for you guys. Somehow this turned into an unboxing. I was supposed to do my reels. Oh. They're stapled shut. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Do it for the fans, right? It's right here. I hope that the color is showing up on that. I'll hit this with this light for y'all. Y'all see that bit of red right there? I don't want to be flashing the light in y'all's face. I don't know how this looks, but that little bit of red, you'll see that on a lot of baits. On most baits that you look at, if you look at the bottom, there will be a bit of red or there will be a bit of orange on the bottom. That will typically mimic a bluegill, a pumpkin seed, a wounded fish, a bait fish, gills, blood, pretty much anything that would entice a fish to want to eat more. And that's what I think happens. They use them to find electromagnetic waves to find food. Yeah, okay, sweet. I knew it, man. I knew something like that. I ain't no biologist, but you